You think you've seen betrayal in WWE. You think you know every shade of backstabbing, every twist of loyalty and revenge? Think again. What just went down makes the Shield's implosion look like a playground spat. Roman Reigns has just dropped a bombshell that shakes the entire WWE Universe to its core, and if you're not paying attention until the very last second, you're about to miss a jaw-dropping revelation about Seth Rollins' brutal beatdown that nobody saw coming. Hit that like button now, because this story isn't just about wrestling, it's about loyalty, revenge, and the tribal chief's master plan. The silence that shook the WWE Universe for weeks, the silence has been deafening. The WWE Universe has screamed into the void. Where is Roman Reigns? Where was the tribal chief when Seth Rollins, his former Shield brother, was being systematically destroyed by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? Two monsters. One visionary left alone. Powerbomb after powerbomb, bone-crushing impact after bone-crushing impact. And the one man who could even the odds, the one who knows what it means to stand Shield, was nowhere to be seen. Or so it seemed. Because now Roman has spoken, and what he revealed changes everything. The scene of devastation. Picture it. Seth Rollins, the architect, the visionary, standing alone in the middle of the ring. Two juggernauts circle him like predators. Braun Breaker, a second-generation powerhouse tearing through WWE like a Category 5 hurricane. Bronson Reed, over 300 pounds of raw, unrelenting force. The crowd isn't cheering. They're horrified. Every fan in the arena watches in disbelief as one of the company's most resilient superstars is systematically destroyed. Powerbomb after powerbomb. The canvas groans. And through it all, one name echoes across arenas, social media, and wrestling forums alike. Roman Reigns. Where was he? The questions that tormented fans begged for his music, pleaded for the big dog to storm down, and even the odds. But nothing. Silence. Speculation exploded. Was Roman dealing with his own battles? Was he intentionally staying away, letting Rollins feel isolation for past betrayals? Was this cold, calculated revenge, ice cold and years in the making? Theories spread like wildfire. Podcasts debated, YouTube channels theorized, until Roman finally broke his silence. The tribal chief speaks in an exclusive interview. Roman Reigns addressed the elephant in the room. His words were raw, cutting, and unforgettable. This wasn't about saving an old friend. This was about respect, hierarchy, and the natural order of WWE. Roman's essence, paraphrased but true to his intent. Why would I drop everything to save someone who has never acknowledged me? While I carried WWE on my back for over 1,300 days as Universal Champion, where was Seth Rollins? Refusing to bend the knee. Refusing to acknowledge the head of the table. Why interrupt my plans for someone who never respected my dominance? He painted a stark picture. Seth made a career of independence. The architect always saved himself. Roman asked the question that cut deeper than any chair shot. Why would Seth suddenly need me now? A harsh reality. Roman's words weren't just cold. They were calculated. Seth wanted to be the lone wolf. He built his identity on standing alone. And now, as Rollins lay broken, Roman pointed out the inevitable consequence of that choice: isolation. Fans immediately split into two camps. Camp 1, Roman is heartless. They argue that brotherhood should transcend ego, that Reigns' refusal to intervene reveals how far he has fallen from basic human decency. The Shield meant something. They claim it was supposed to be unbreakable. Camp 2, Roman is justified. They argue Seth burned that bridge years ago. Multiple chances to make amends were ignored. Respect was never given. Roman owes nothing. Loyalty is a two-way street, and Rollins set the road ablaze. The calculated lesson. But Roman didn't stop there. He hinted this beating might have been exactly what Seth needed: a humbling, a reality check, a lesson in the consequences of isolation. Roman framed the attack as a teaching moment, as if from a throne, watching the natural order of WWE unfold. Respect the hierarchy, or feel the consequences. And there's more. Sources say WWE officials approached Roman, asking if he would intervene. His response was simple: no, not maybe, not later. Flat, unequivocal refusal. This wasn't his problem. Seth would handle his own business. The fallout. Locker room divisions. The WWE locker room is reportedly divided. Some praise Roman's unwavering principles. Others quietly criticize him for letting things go too far. Seth Rollins. His response is absent. Reports say he is furious, physically and emotionally battered, feeling betrayed all over again. But this time by a brother he once trusted. Others close to him claim he expected nothing from Roman. The stage is set for a nuclear confrontation when Rollins returns. The stage is set for a nuclear confrontation when Rollins returns. The future of the Shield and WWE. This isn't just about one match, one beating, one decision. This is the final fracturing of WWE's most dominant faction. Roman has transcended Shield mentality. Brotherhood, loyalty, and solidarity now take a backseat to dominance, respect, and the natural order. But here's the million-dollar question. Will Roman's decision come back to haunt him? Wrestling history shows that dominance without allies is fragile. When Roman eventually faces overwhelming odds, will anyone remember this cold calculation? Or will he face isolation as Seth did? The gray zone of morality, both sides have merit. Roman, rightfully emphasizing hierarchy, respect, and earned dominance. Seth, rightfully expecting some level of human decency, some brotherly support. This isn't black and white. It's morally gray, complex, compelling. A story where both men are partially right, partially wrong, and the fallout will define WWE's future. What comes next? Will Seth seek revenge not just on Breakker and Reed, but on Roman? Will Roman regret leaving a brother behind? Will the bloodline's emphasis on loyalty face irony in the tribal chief's decisions? The possibilities are endless, explosive, unmissable, the channel call to action. If you've made it this far, you're invested. This isn't just news. It's deep analysis, exploring motivations, consequences, and the psychology behind WWE's biggest decisions. Subscribe to Ring Rumble to stay ahead of every twist, turn, and explosive revelation. The saga between Roman and Seth is far from over. Conclusion: loyalty, respect, and the tribal chief. Roman Reigns has firmly drawn his line in the sand, making it clear that in his WWE, respect and acknowledgement take precedence over friendship, history, or nostalgia. Every decision he makes is calculated, a testament to his unyielding authority and the dominance he has built over years of blood, sweat, and strategy. This isn't just wrestling, it's storytelling at its purest form, where loyalty, hierarchy, and the consequences of ambition collide in a way that leaves no room for compromise. The tribal chief has redefined what it means to be at the top, demonstrating that power is not just about championships or victories, but about enforcing a code, commanding respect, and teaching lessons through action. For fans, the message is unmistakable. In Roman's world, respect is everything. Watch closely because every move, every choice, every silence speaks volumes in this new era of authority and dominance.